All right. Recording is in progress. That's for Joanne B, since I didn't say nothing to her before I got on. All right. So this is our homepage, guys, for all you guys that are new. This is what you'll see when you go to the current version of itsonly5.com, which will be changing very shortly, becoming way nicer. Oh, we'll do this for you guys just because we know you guys want to watch the little digits. It didn't do it. There you go. Look at that. 21,656 people. All right. Talks about the site. Talks about our goals, things of that nature. You can click on these images and go see each person that you see listed. You'll be able to read more about us. We'll go to mine really quick, me and Sarah's. You'll get to see our mottos, what we're about, what we've done in the past, some pictures of us and our family, our growing and grown attitudes, and some of our more fun family photos, and me and my son are with our over everything hats. Again, guys, I'm going to say this because if my phone wasn't muted, I guarantee you somebody's going to hear somebody call me as soon as I say, do not call this number unless you scheduled an appointment, because I will not answer unless I have an appointment. And if I don't have an appointment, or we have one and it's a, go ahead, Michael, I see you. Don't be stupid. Yeah. I got a big giant screen that you guys are on so I can see you guys. Go ahead. Your wife is being funny. I'm gonna put her account on hold, Sarah. Anyway, you guys make an appointment. If it's not a support call and it's like a suggestion, or you want to know like things that you might be able to suggest and help out the company, make an appointment, put that on the sheet, and then we'll actually do the appointment. But that's what the overview or the about pages are. There's one on there for Sarah, or for John and Lisa, one for Guillermo. But we're going to move forward to our charities page. I have no idea why I just did that. All right. So there we go. There's a charity page. We have some featured charities here that you guys can check out. If you click here, you're going to donate directly to them. We don't get anywhere in the way. We don't even get credit for it. It goes straight from you to them. If you don't see it there, we have some here. We also can have other pages of charities, and you can search for charities. All right. If you see don't see your favorite charity here, put this information in, send the form in, and as soon as we validate their nonprofit status, we will add them to this list. If we think that they're a better option than most, we'll put them up here with our featured charities. So we're going to have to pick 3. All right, y'all are funny. But you're going to have to pick 3 so that we can put them out here and make everything look nice and pretty and weighed out and whatever. All right, so now we're going to go to, since we're talking about charity, charity starts here. Now, this is a video of me explaining what the visionary position is. We won't get into it, but you guys can go check that video out, read this here. You can fill in the form, pick out how many visionary positions you would like. If you want to be a super visionary and do more than 3, you come down to this slide selector here and you pick how many you want. Fill in your donation amount. Do you authorize it? Sign. And anything else you want to tell us, and you submit. We will get in touch with you and we will help you get your visionary membership. Okay. Now, for those of you who already did it, we haven't forgot you. We are just trying to get phase 2 open, because by opening phase 2 and using the visionary positions there, it does more good than doing it in phase 1. All right. So we're going to skip over here to our marketing page. Guys, these are things that you can literally download. One of our members, her name's Lori. She actually downloaded this one and printed it out, and it looks phenomenal. Okay. So all you got to do is right click, save image as, and it'll download into your folder. This is the front, this is the back. And once you fold it, it'll come out the way it's supposed to. But there's a couple of these on here, one for education, one that's geared around travel, a postcard if you want to send these out for people who are looking to buy homes. Our gold packages, but we focused on the dream car for $5. And we also, as you see here, we touch on the other gold packages. So if they're not really interested in the car, maybe they're interested in one of our other ones. Another one geared towards cars, but notice we had to put the green and orange in there to make it match our green and orange lines. This here, guys, is one of your best tools. Purchase your e-pins, print them here, and cut these out and give them away. That's how you can get people to join that aren't online. You guys can talk to people outside of the internet. The real world does actually exist. I'm telling you, I promise. Okay, our downloadables page. This form is going away. So you won't even have to see that. We won't use it anymore. But you can download these the same way. You can right click, save image as, or you can hit the download button and it will download. These are just things to throw on your Instagram, your Facebook, or whatever. This one's doing really well in the coffee groups. For all you guys in coffee groups, this one does well on Facebook for happy birthdays. This car one is another big one that's working out very well. This is what we kind of call a curiosity post. All you do is post this, and then people will comment. And when they comment, you can talk to them about the company. Here's a cheat sheet. You guys can download this, print it out, whatever, and look at it. It's got a lot of cool stuff on there. Another happy birthday with your invitation or e-pin code. And most important image on here, if you have not downloaded yet, please download it. This is before you pay it forward. Do not use your credit card to do the PIF. You will just be buying that person a position, but someone else will become their sponsor. Okay, so make sure that you get this and read it and pay attention and remember the information that's there. Some of you guys, I know Captain Kirk had it on his Zoom call. You can download this to put in your profile image, the 4-piece to profit, just a lot of different things that you really, really, really want, like this blue screen. You can really, really download this by simply right-clicking, save image as, or hit the download button here. I'll tell you about these charts, but these charts are about to be updated anyway, so you don't really need to download them, but they're still here, so I showed them. All right. One of the most important pages on the site, support. You go to your sponsor. Ask your sponsor, your upline, whoever brought you in, questions. If they can't answer it, go to their sponsor. If their sponsor can't answer it, you come here to the frequently asked questions. You can search for whatever question you want, or you can just go page by page. If you don't find it here, you click right on this little box here. It's going to pop up. And then you type in your message. Even if it's after hours, guys, they will get back to you first thing in the morning. More than likely, it'll go to the email that you used when you started the chat. So make sure you check your email. Make sure you check the chat, because I hear too many people saying they never got back to me, and they actually did. All right. So the About page. This gives you a little bit more about the company and a little bit more detail about our goals and what we're doing and all that kind of stuff. So nothing super fancy to worry about. We've seen it. Newest page of the day, just launched today. This is our event page. So as you guys can see, we have today's call on there. So anytime you guys need to see what's going on and when, and if we have other events, click on the image. And this is where you can come in and guess what, guys? Here's the link to the Zoom call. You can just click right on that and it will open it up for you. Okay. It'll give you some of the brief rules. You can add it to your calendar for your Google reminders and all that. And it'll show you upcoming events as well. So that's our new event page. If you're on your phone, I'll tell you guys this up front. On your phone, the list view is the best view to use because it shows up kind of like this, but small. But you can look at the month and it'll show you the whole month of all the different events. So you guys can plan ahead. You can plan to have your people on different calls and daily. You're only going to see one because we only had one Zoom call or one event today. So that's there. Our shop pages, you can search for different stores and you can manually go through all these different pages if you want. We're looking at over 2,500 different shops right now, adding them pretty much daily. Make sure you check out our Retail Me Not partners. What we all need to remember is, yes, we do get commission as a company for you shopping. That commission goes to run the company, advertise the company, so we get more members to help you guys out. As you guys shop more, we will be able to use it more in the advertising area so we can bring in more people, and then you can just fight over them in the global pool. All right. Keep that in mind. John Arnold's favorite page in the whole wide world. Why? Because education unlocks all doors. Okay. Now we got 45,000 free courses. I haven't even been able to see them all yet, but they're there. We've got a ton of them. 1,200 free certificates that you can get from 8,000 university courses. Okay. And if you've been here before, you've seen this already, but if you haven't, we are talking schools like Harvard, Stanford, MIT, UC Berkeley, Columbia, Yale, a bunch of other universities. We're talking Alabama's in there, Michigan's in there, Ohio's in there, UCLA is in there. But if you're not ready to take a whole college course, you just want to learn about something like Excel or how to cook a few meals, you can come in here, click on this, and it'll give you little small bite-sized courses. Personal growth is great. They have everything in there from herbs and meditation to herbal remedies, how to cook in different forms, be it vegan or keto or whatever. If you have juniors and seniors in high school, this might be something you want them to check out. They can study for their SATs and their ACTs. So that's our education. Now we're going to go into our travel portal. Now, as you've seen before, there are people out there who do Expedia.com affiliations. That is not what this is. This is with Expedia Group. They own all of these companies. So you come in here and you put in your flight, you put in a hotel, you do a combination, car rental, cruises, and even things to do when you get there. Okay. Now, all the core members have used some form of this. Okay. Vivian just used hers the other day. She got savings. John got savings. Me and Sarah got savings. Okay. Some other people have used it. We've got plenty of testimonials. We actually have people who have joined us because they used it and got a discount. So that's our travel page. Make sure you check it out. I'm telling you, we've had people who beat the airline price. We've got one guy, he went to American Airlines to check their price against ours, and we still beat the actual company by $125. So here's another fun site that a lot of people have been coming to like. Just to show you what we have here is all these different things that you can buy. And if anybody was here on the Monday night call, you see that these have even changed since then. But How would you guys like to go out and eat $75 worth of food for $15? You're not going to get any coupon out of a magazine that's going to get that for you. Okay. We've got trips in here, restaurant, $100 in restaurant e-cards and $1,000 in travel savings for 39 bucks, $1,100 value. Our golfers, we got packages for you. Wine drinkers, we got packages for you. This is huge, guys. $100 in restaurant gift cards, 3 of them, which is a $300 value for 60 bucks. Now, how do you get all these? Well, first and foremost, you just go over here, hit log in. It's going to open up a page. If you already signed up, you can go here and log in and click remember me, and it'll just bring you in. If you have not signed up, you fill in this form, tell them you're not a robot, hit sign up. After you agree, it's going to send you an email. In that email is an activation link. Once you click that, you can come back and sign in like a regular member. All the discounts are already locked in. You don't got to type in codes or nothing. If that activation button does not work, just call the number in the email and they will help you get everything squared away. So that's how you get the chance to see all these great different products that they are offering you and different deals and discounts. I mean, there's a ton of them in here. Actually, that watch is new. I didn't see that last time. Little mini cameras to help you protect your house, lighting, all these little different gadgets and things. Nothing extreme, but there are some good deals in here. So make sure you go check those out. Our gold packages, guys, these gold packages are blowing up. People love these things. Okay. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown how they'll work. You'll pick one of these or you'll choose a custom option. Okay, if you do custom goals, you type in down here, what is it you're trying to do, how much you're trying to earn. Give us all this information. We will get to you. We've got a lot of them showing up now, so we'll get to you as soon and as fast as possible. Once you pick your goals, you can come here and you can pick however many you want to purchase. It'll total it out. You securely put in your credit card number, put your little squiggly line here that looks like your signature and hit submit. We will then contact you to set up your goal packages. How this works is technically you are buying a position that the company controls for you. Okay. That position is going to cost you $12 because we charge you $6 for the position and $6 to maintain the position, guys, because we're trying to save you from yourself. So when you save $60,000 in there and you see a brand new boat you want, but you're saving for your kid's college, we don't want you to go buy the boat and then your kid can't go to college. Okay. So we control the position for you, but as of a way to celebrate phase 2, if you purchase this, what will happen is instead of charging you the maintenance fee of the extra $6, we're going to put that back into your goal package. So you will have 2 positions within the program that are working towards your goal. When that first original position, and as you guys know, the position will multiply and duplicate and all that. When that first position reaches the goal you set, let's call it this $5,000, that goal, that point, we will give you the money that's in all of your positions, whether it's 2 or 40. So you might be going, okay, I'm saving for 5,000, but you might have, by the time you get there, you might have 10 positions that are all really close to that. So once you do that, we give you the money and we take control of the positions. They now become company owned only in the goal packages, because what we do is we turn around and we take that and we use it towards our charitable stuff, towards getting new people in, towards doing food drives that we have planned and everything. So that's where that goes. That's how they work. Our fun partner site. There's no commission here. There's nothing we do. We just give you different things to go kill time while you're waiting on your wife to get out of Victoria's Secret, when you're sitting at the dentist, whatever it is you're doing. If you're traveling, this is a great free Wi-Fi. They even give you the passwords. Okay. So there's a whole list of different things on here. We do not make any commission off of this. I will tell you this, guys, if you go to clickasnap.com, you can take pictures even with your phone, enter them here, and even if you only make 50 cents a picture, you can actually make some extra money with it. It does work. We have a couple of pages of those, so you guys can go check those out. All right, that's our upcoming events page. All right, now I'm going to show you this page, and then Sarah's got something to tell you guys. This is our monthly payment request form. A lot of you guys are very familiar with this. This is the form that you will fill out if you have never been paid. Okay, we're going to skim through it today. You do all your information, sign. If you can't sign, print type your first and last name, then submit. But we're going to go through it kind of quickly today because we've done this and we'll gear in more towards the end of the month. Fill in all the information correctly. Okay, sign it or type your name, or you can do both if you want to be really, really fluid with it. Hit submit. This is the form you fill out if you have never been paid. This is the pay form that you will fill out, as it says, if you're a returning payee. If you have successfully been paid in the past, you will fill out this form and even answer if you've done it or not. So if you click yes, you have been paid before, that's fine. If you click no, guess what? You will not get paid because you filled out the form incorrectly. Okay, for all of our internationals, this is on both forms. I really, really need you guys to pay attention to this, because if you fill this out, 90% of the international companies will not have to pay that $29 plus fee. Okay, that is very crucial. If you don't want to pay the fee, make sure you fill this out. Sign it, type your name, hit submit, you're done. Okay, so make sure when you see this, you do it carefully and completely. And with that said, I'll let Sarah say what she needs to say.
Do we need a drum roll?
All right, guys. So I sat and I worked really hard. And everyone who put in a withdrawal request that was correct, it wasn't missing anything or anything like that. Your payment has been sent. So if you put one in, everything was right, everything was good, all that stuff, you are set to receive it by the end of the month. Of course, that does vary by bank, but I'm hoping y'all will have it by Tuesday. But by the end of the month, hopefully, like I said, it just depends on your bank when they approve it. But they were all sent, every single one that was able to be sent.
That means we sent them 3 days. Okay.
Yes.
But that means your bank has to give it to you. So it could be 3 to 7. It could be 3 to 5. We have somebody in Australia that just posted, I think, John, you said in Telegram.
That was in the Telegram room about 5 minutes before we went live.
And what did they post?
Chrissy Woolley said that she submitted her paperwork yesterday and it already hit her account. She said, thank you very much. Very impressed.
There you go. So it shows you guys we're doing what we say we're doing.
Yeah. While we are on the subject, and I know we're not doing questions here, but I do want to go ahead and go over it because I ran across it actually. There's a question that if you are Canadian, but you have a US dollar account in the US, can you still get paid funds in US funds? The issue that I have with that is I actually tried to do that, and it doesn't allow me to put in your Canadian address and an American bank. So you would have to either have an address in the States where I can put you in as like just domestic, or we have to send it to the Canadian account. But if your Canadian bank pays out in USD, then you can have that done. It's just if the bank is a US bank, it doesn't allow me to use your Canadian address or any other country and a US bank account, because it requires things that the US wouldn't need for a domestic. And I tried to do one earlier today and it kept blocking me. So if you could use your like if you're in Canada, if you could use your Canadian bank account, then that would be best. But with Canada, for sure, you can still get paid in US funds if your bank will do that for you.
All right, guys, that's how much we paid this month.
Hey, did anybody see in the chat room, Pastor Carl just said, I put in my withdrawal 8/20 and was paid on 8/23.
There you go. That's what
everything-
happens when you do things the right way.
Exactly.
If you follow the instructions. Now, John, can you see that?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Want me to say it out loud?
go ahead. That's why I kind of.
$10,614.29. That's how
I
much.
want to know who that 29 cents was, but that's how much we paid out this month, guys. So for all those naysayers who think we're playing, I mean, that's a lot of money. That's more than we did last month by about 10, 20,000, I think it was.
So in 2 months, over $1 million, folks. And all those people that went through all that crazy videos that they made about, we wouldn't do this, we wouldn't do that. Documentation beats conversation.
And where's Clayton at when you need him?
I love that saying. I love
Right.
that. Ever since
That's
I've
a
heard
good
it,
saying.
I do too, actually. Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're done with the website. Bah, bah, bah.
This
All
is
right.
what
So all those people who weren't here Monday, who didn't get to see it, now you can. All right. You guys should really, really, really recognize this little thing here. I put them up next to each other so we could talk about it. This is phase 2. If you haven't seen it yet, I know the charts are out there. I know people have been passing around, but just in case you haven't, you notice every cycle has a green or an orange line. Why did Michael and his wife just get like frozen all of a sudden? They're like just looking at the screen.
Maybe the answer.
they were making photographs with their mind.
Right.
Click, click, click.
Yeah, I can see him over there like Vivian. Click, 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 click. Yep, I got it.
Yes.
All right, so here's what's going on, guys. Right now, every single one of you is in at least one of these cycles, 1, 2, 3, or 4. As you can see, this is round 1. This is what we're calling phase 1. That's where you guys are right now. Now, a lot of you guys are telling me, I want to cycle. I haven't cycled. I haven't cycled. Okay. Well, when you're done looking at the next to cycle chart and you go out into the real world and you say, hey, come check out, it's only 5, you will probably cycle. Just saying. That's how it works. Okay. So, but we're going to make it better for you. Okay. We're going to make it so it's easier, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to go from cycle 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and then you're going to transition out of phase 1 altogether and come right over here to phase 2. Now, if you guys haven't seen, like, I know I see all y'all fixed on the chart, except for a couple of people who seem to be really tired today. $5 comes in. It's $5, just like it was before. Okay. What we've changed is how the money gets distributed. $5, 8 people give you $5. And I'm going to show you exactly what the difference is, because right now, if you've really studied these charts, this one looks like it used to be this one because it was. So 8 people will come in, they'll give you $40 total. 20 will put you into cycle 2. $1 goes to your sponsor. You keep 13. You're like, well, hold on a second. Over here, it said 19. Why is it less? Because we're going to put 1 ticket back into the round you just came out of. So for every person who comes out, a new position goes in. Momentum speed number 1. We're going to continue that process through cycle 2. Your sponsor is going to get 5. You're going to get 99. $5 brings another position back up here to cycle 1, phase 2. We've already taken out $50 to pay for you to go into cycle 3. 8 people are going to give you $50. So what's going to happen is you're going to get $400. $250 is going to bring you into cycle 4. You're going to get to keep 131. Your sponsor gets to keep 7. But now, if you notice this number here, we're going to take 2 tickets and put you back in cycle 1. That's going to help more people go through. Okay, that's going to follow through. It looks almost exactly the same as over here, except at this point on cycle 4, you get to walk away with $13.80 instead of more money. But why? Because we're going to get 16 new positions that come back to cycle 1. What this is going to do is it's going to push 2 people to cycle out of 1 into 2 automatically. And there's a reason for that. We will get to it shortly. Now we're going to get all the way down past 4, and we're going to get to our first orange hyperline. Okay, so you took 500 from your cycle 4 earnings. You put 8 people are going to do the same to you. You get to walk away with $4,000. We take 1,000 of it to put you into the next cycle. 147 goes to your sponsor. You get to keep $1,653. So, oh, wait, I was looking at the wrong line. You get to keep $4,555. But we're now going to take 120 positions and dump them back over here to help phase 1 cycle through even faster. Okay. But Monday, we launch phase 2. The last person to join before we launch phase 2 will have a marker on his account or her. When they come through phase 1 and they get out of cycle 1 into cycle 2, cycle 1 goes away. It disappears forever. When they repeat that process in cycle 2 goes away forever. Same thing all the way through. Now you're saying, but Elton, you just said 120 will always go back to cycle 1. This will change. When we close out cycle 1, 120 people will go back to cycle 2. Every time we hit an orange line until that last person cycles out, then all these orange lines will then go to cycle 3 until it closes out, then cycle 4 until it closes out. And when that happens, guess what? There is no more phase 1. It's gone. So what happens now? You say, well, we can't do 120 back to phase 1, cycle 1. So these orange lines become red lines. Oh, y'all were waiting for that, weren't you? I know y'all said it as soon as I announced the orange lines. Somebody said something about red, and this is the only reason I did this. These lines will turn red hot because these 120 tickets plus these 80, so 200 more tickets will come right back here to cycle 1, phase 2. Every one of these orange lines will come right back here. Now, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for 1 second while I pull some of this other stuff back out. If you are worried about how things are going to work, okay, do not be worried, because we have something amazing that you guys will want to see as soon as I can upload it. All right. Now, if you guys remember, when we first started this, I'm just going to open this up like this. When we first started in this company, go back to sharing my screen. All right. This is what our company looked like. Okay. Now, it was you, 2 people, whether you got them or somebody else in the company got them, 4 people, then 8 people. Now, that means 16 people have to fall under you, okay, in order for you to win and cycle through. This is why when somebody buys 5,000 positions at once, you don't see any movement because people are still cycling, and they're cycling actually pretty quickly, but it's the same person cycling for 2, 3, 4 weeks. So keep this in mind. With phase 2, we have a new structure. This is what it looks like. And as soon as 8 people come in, you cycle. Doesn't matter who brought them in. Doesn't matter where they're from. Doesn't matter anything other than these spaces are filled with 8 people. Why is that so crucial? Because guess what? You guys thought about why I did the 1 position per day. Okay. We broke it down so you can only do 1 position per day. And this is why, because this is someone else. This is, we'll say this is Leon sitting right here. Then I come in, Guillermo comes in, somebody else comes in, whoever comes in, all these people come in, or better yet, I sit here, I buy my first position, I buy my second, all the way through my 7th position for the week. And guess what? Leon cycles just off of my efforts because I felt like I needed a position every single day. So once a week, if you buy a position a day, someone will cycle. You have no choice but to do so. So here's why this is crucial. Right now, out of all of you guys who bought into phase 2 early, this is why we told you buy your position when we had the pre-buy open, because guess what? We have almost 6,000 positions purchased in phase 2 pre-buy. 6,000. So anybody who's out there, you do the math. And I believe, John, we figured, or Guillermo, somebody, we figured like 5,000 positions would cycle 720 people immediately. So guys, when we're adding all the people who did a video, all the company people that work for us, our core team and everything, when we add all the new pre-buy-ins, we're going to be adding them Sunday. You guys who are pre-bought in or did your videos are going to see, you're going to cycle before we even launch phase 2. So if you didn't buy your position, guess what? Maybe, actually, let's do it this way. Guillermo, should we do a challenge to open the pre-buys back up before Monday?
You can, because based on what you were saying of the 6,000 positions that were already bought, 750 people will cycle. So
there you go. 750. Now think about it. The company's only paying for a couple of 100 different positions. Okay. And then we got all the people coming in that did the videos. There's 50 of those. So guess what, guys? Some of you will cycle out of 1 into 2 and into 3 and possibly 4. Okay. I don't know for sure because I haven't done the math, but what I do want to show you is something that's going to get you guys super excited. Let's just use, there is a person that will be bringing in 800 new people on top of the over 6,000, on top of the video people, on top of the pre-buys. Okay, so if we brought in 800 people right now and they were on cycle 1 and they came in after all you other people, 800 people means 100 people will go from cycle 1 to cycle 2. But what does that do? It puts 100 new positions back here at cycle 1, which means I believe it's 80. How many people is it, Guillermo?
What is it? How many? 100 positions?
100 people cycle. So that pushes how many people through? Divided by 8. 100 divided by 8.
12 people automatically.
Okay,
cycle
so
again.
watch. 100 people cycle from 1 to 2. They put 100 positions back on 1. That means 12 people will cycle to 2. That means one person will cycle to 2, but they're all putting people back at cycle 1. Okay, so if we can push one person down to cycle 5, that means 120 new people will help you guys get off of phase 1. 120 new people. That's another small group of people that will cycle and come into phase 2, or well, into the next round. Okay, so guys, what we need to remember is Sarah and I did the math, guys. This is ridiculous. Okay, I had it written down, but it's not where I'm sitting right now. But actually, the 6,000 people will cause 750 people to cycle from 1 to 2. It starts over again now. Now it's like, I think it was like 96 or 90 some people come back to cycle 1 and cycle out because of those 700 and some people.
Yep, 93.
Yep. So when those 700 cycle and they push their 700 back into cycle 1 when they duplicate, that means 93 people will cycle into 2. Those will put 93 people back into cycle 1, new positions in your own name. And it's going to cause such a rapid cycle through here. It's going to take you guys less time to cycle through this whole phase than it is to get to phase 5 right now. To cycle 5 in phase 1. Right now, it took the company almost 2 months to get there, and it's been there for a while. So just imagine if in that time you could cycle through this. This is where Guillermo, everybody can blame Guillermo, okay? That's why he went off camera. He didn't want you guys to see him when I said this is his fault.
No,
Okay.
I'll take all the blame.
He's hiding because remember, all you guys that have been on the Zoom call many times, you hear us say everything is Guillermo's fault because Guillermo said we don't need all those rounds. We don't need 7 rounds. We only need 1. So guess whose fault this is? You guys blame Guillermo that you're going to make $86,406 way faster than it would have taken you to just get through round 1 before. Now, if you're my sponsor, you're going to walk away with $42.54 over and over and over. So, I mean, I don't know what y'all are going to do with that money, but Guillermo says that he will take 5% commission because it was his idea. Okay. He said he'll buy some e-pens and pay it forward.
Yeah.
So, guys, that is cycle 2. It's not, it looks complicated, but it's almost exactly what you guys are used to already. Okay. It's basic math. It's basic, simple. It's just a lot to take in. But I challenge somebody, if you message me on Facebook or in Telegram, if you message me and say, I take your challenge, I challenge you. I will give you the number of people that I'm going to be putting in Sunday through Tuesday, I believe. And if you can tell me how many cycles that these will cause, I have something amazing for you. Okay. But you got to remember, you have to take in for all the re-entries that you see here. all the green and orange lines. And you got to remember, every time somebody comes out, they replace their position. So guys, that's phase 2. It's all I can tell you is don't bother doing the math. Okay. You want to do the math, go ahead, because I know Vivian's already doing it. And I was just going to say, Michael's over there already trying to do the math. I can tell from the look on his face. His hair is turning gray as we speak. He's not going to figure it out. He's not going to figure out. It gets too complicated after a while. That's why we use a computer. So guys, that's phase 2. That's where we're at. That's what we're doing. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys understand it better. Or you have time to analyze it. If you want those charts, Mike, message me. I'll give them to you. I can see it already. You can have a whole notebook and come back and say, I figured it out. So that's where we're at, guys. What we do at this time in about 47 minutes, maybe. So
Roughly.
that's where we're at. We're not taking questions, but if you guys want to make comments, then that's fine. Go ahead and unmute. And
New people?
oh yeah, actually, how many new people we got before we unmute you guys?
Please raise your hand or type in 5 in the chat.
And Elton, this was an amazing
there's
call
2.
for everybody to share.
3. Garfield, you're not new. You just
Garfield
unmute-
trying to ask questions.
He knows he's not going to ask no questions.
All right, so
That's 4.
all right.
Welcome to the new folks. Glad you're here. You got here at a very exciting time.
Yeah, you came in at the ground floor, didn't they, Guillermo?
Yeah. Good ground floor opportunity. The best.
If you guys don't know, I hate that phrase. I hate ground floor opportunity phrase. So it's all right. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the